Oh, Misha, thank you so much for making all your reactions. This is to react to the first semi-final of Spain, which is happening. Does he put when? Does he put when? Well, I know it's end of January. Anyway, tell me in the comments. And let's look at the first semi-final. Who are if which favorites are in the first semi-final? Lunaki, wow. Okay, she's like a big favorite. She's a real favorite. Vuela. 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 Okay, es complicado. I like that song. My friends! With my hat I was doing like this. Look at my reaction of Spain. Oh my god. This song brought out such an energy in me. Look at my reaction. I know it's a long video, but like look at my reaction on Postuera. Like it's so epic. With my head I go up and down, and yeah, this song just brings out the wild side in me. I don't know why. It's so like, you know, I love this song. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Musical song. No, that's not a good transparency. This song is so loud. Like, I find it so loud. But it's a good song. I just put the volume down for you guys because it's so loud, but it's a good song. It's a good song. I just hope on TV that it doesn't sound so loud for you guys as it sounds for us, because for us it sounds so loud. Okay, so they're in this semi-final, which is interesting. Because that means that almost all the favorites are in the semi-final. At least all by okay, not Ray and not Mama. Mama, what is the name of that song? Ay Mama. So those two not. And the 80s song, but it's not like a favorite. So they put like the big favorites, which are Tanxuera, Chanel. I can say also Secretora Agua. And also Lunaki, they put the big favorites in the first semi-final. That's interesting. I did not expect they would put like, yeah. So maybe Tanxuera is not such a favorite in the end then, because like, if they put Chanel with like her, yeah, no, I don't think Tanxuera will have a chance to win. It's not. If it will win, it's just because like people are like following the hype and stuff, but it's so repetitive. Like this will not have a good. This will not do well in Eurovision. I'm really 100% convinced of that. And if you don't believe me, then vote for it, send it, and you will see. But I have nothing against the group or the singers, and if they win, then I say congratulations, and then I say, okay, good song, you deserve it. But then I will be very skeptical about it. Just like I was with Tix although with Tix I did not show it because he had such a bad fan base that I could not say anything. But like with Armenia I was right, with Italy I was right, with Real Eurovision, with Junior Eurovision. Like, I have the facts, I know what will happen. Don't worry. So follow my opinion. Vote for Chanel, or vote for Secreta da Aqua, or if you're like a fan of Luna Key, vote for Luna Key, or vote for iMama, which is one of the other favorites, or for Ray, the guy with the. So yeah, I did not make a proper reaction to Chanel yet, so I'm gonna do that after this. So again, nothing against that band. I like the fact that it's like representing dialects and their own culture and everything, and that's great. And the song is good and catchy. Yes, absolutely. So I'm not against it at all. However, I don't find that you need a folklore song to represent. That's what I said in my comments too. You don't need a folklore song to represent necessarily your country and your language. I mean, look at France, Italy, Switzerland, Ukraine. They were 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They were in the top 3 with Eurovision with their own languages. With French, 2 songs in French and 1 song in Italian. And number 5 was in Ukrainian. And like a lot of songs were in their own language. Kami Kami, Armenia this year with Junior Eurovision 2. So especially number 5, also Ukraine was also, you can say, a song that was folklore, but it was folklore with trance. So you cannot compare it with this. This is more like folklore with what? Like the hip hop beat or something? Or I don't know what kind of beat it is. A bit trance-ish. Deep bass maybe, something like that. I don't know. Deep bass mixed with, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, they put a big beat in it, and the song in itself has good elements. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, if I look at all that, and people say in the comments, yeah, but it's representing blah blah blah, and it's the first time in Spain, blah blah blah. Then I'm like, yeah, that's not a reason. A song should go because it's good and not because it's like the first time or it's representing a certain, like, folklore is not the only music to represent your country. Eurovision was the proof of that, and it's more and more popular to represent your own language. Look at, for example, Ireland this year in Junior Eurovision. They sing in Celtic also, and Armenia, who won, they sing in their own language. France also, who got number 3, sing in French. Poland also in Polish. A lot of the lyrics were Polish. So, has nothing to do with folklore. But, again, I have nothing against this song. Just want to make it very clear that if you vote for it, good for you. It will probably have a surprisingly good result, but it will definitely not win Eurovision, and it will definitely not go higher than the top 10. That's what I can guarantee you for now. But if you like it and you want to vote for it, do it. I just want to be like, show you the 2 sides, that like you don't need necessarily a folklore song, to represent your country. So that's for those people who think that's the only reason why they send it. No, it has to do because the song is good and because it's in your language. Voila. So I think the most appropriate for that would be either Chanel, Secreta Agua, or maybe even Azúcar Moreno, even though they say that their entry like 20 years ago was much better, or 30 years ago, don't remember. Yeah, or Luna Key if you're a fan of Luna Key, but then you have a lot of autotune, so you're not sure if she will perform well. We will see in the live performance. So yeah, then I would say Chanel, because like her song is the most like Latin, and it really reminds me of Christina Aguilera. Like 2010, I was in Gran Canaria, and I was like in the jumbo, like in the party area, and they had this song, "I'm not myself tonight, tonight I'm not the same girl." You remember that song? Like it was very like S&M, very cool and hip, and that song, her voice really reminds me of Christina Aguilera. So, but I'm also gonna also say that in my reaction. But anyway, yeah. This is like really Spain, right? Hello. See you here, Christina Aguilera. Loco, loco. And she has very interesting lyrics, like Cypress last year, that are like funny. Like she's called Chanel. She sings about Bulgari, spicy loco, all this kind of stuff. Booty hypnotic, you know. Signore, signore. Yeah, that song has everything to win. Like to do well in Eurovision, especially like I know it's missing one verse. I don't know why it's only having two verses, but I'm sure they will add a third verse or an epic bridge, because I would like a different bridge or like a third verse or both. I would prefer. But otherwise, the song is perfect, really. And yeah, that song, that's a kind of song that could do well in Eurovision. So first semi-final is going to be epic. I hope you don't mind me like having my rant about this song, because I'm the kind of guy, when there's a hype about a song and I don't get it or I don't like it or I don't agree with it, then I give another opinion, because I'm like, I want to show two sides of the medal, and not everything has only one opinion and only one yeah, I don't like when there's only one opinion. I want there to be different opinions. So do what you want, vote who you want, but I just wanted to give my opinion. And as people's opinion are very strong on that song, I was like, I gonna give my opinion, because I don't like when everybody's saying the same thing and repeating the same thing. I just get really like rebel and like my horns get. I get like. I get an outer body experience. No. But I'm a kind of guy that doesn't like to follow crowds, and in that way, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Like, there is no one way to represent your country. Okay, there's 10,000 ways and 10,000 languages. Okay, so just to be clear, I like to troll, because like when people get so serious and so like involved, then my best defense is always like comedy and trolling, because that's not defense, but like my best, like, how do you say that in English? My best way to deal with it, or my best like way to how do you say that in English? Like, if you want to make something that has a meaning, to give it less meaning, to make it less important. How do you say it in English? There is a word for that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ontkrachten, we say in Dutch, but I don't know how to say that in English. I'm sorry. Then I use I use comedy and parody to. That's what I did also with Poland in 2019, and people did not like that. Look at my reaction in the video on Poland on 2019. I have like, I don't know, 30 thumb down. And Poland was so convinced they were going to go, have an epic result in Eurovision, while all the reactors were like, no, this song is not so special, Just a bit like with this song. It's a bit similar than with Terra, eh? Same kind of ladies, three ladies doing folker, except that this song is having a big beat, and it's actually a bit catchy, but otherwise it's very similar. And the people too, the comments and the people's opinions are also very similar. Like, if you say something negative, they get very like attack and offensive. And it's like, okay, just giving an opinion, relax. So yeah, that's very interesting how people get so involved in like songs and music and Eurovision, which makes it nice also, but sometimes it makes it difficult. Like, I remember with Tix, it was not so fun, because like people got really like, every time you said something bad, they said, oh, you're just a hater because Kaino, everybody wants Kaino, and you're just in your Eurovision bubble. And because there was a big battle between Kaino and Tix won, and everybody wanted Kaino to go, except like Norway itself. So that's another example. But Poland 2019 is a better example, because that was like also folker, even though the song was different. I also make like a parody in my part 3 of Benidorm, where I make like the song of 2006 of Holland. Just look it up. Treble, they are called. And I was comparing them with Taxi. That was my most funny. And there was only one person who understood it and who said, this is the first troll YouTuber I see. And I was like, finally somebody who gets it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys are also so super duper excited to see the first semi-final of España. And yeah, Chanel is my favorite. She's my clear favorite. And then I like Luna Key a lot because she's like different. And I'm curious if she's good live. That's mostly curious. And then my other favorite is in the other semifinal. It's I Mama. And then my other my second favorite of this semifinal with Chanel is Blanca Paloma. And then I would put this song that everybody keeps talking about. I don't know why. This is trolling again. I would put it on number 3, together with Lunaki. Like, it's both the kind of songs you like, you know, like they're different. So like you're not sure what it's gonna have as a result. So Chanel, epic. Secreta de Agua, epic. Tanchuera, okay, you know my opinion. Lunaki, you know my opinion, also good, epic. Tanchuera also epic, but as too many people find it epic, I find it less epic. Otherwise, I would have maybe found it more epic. That's how I work. When a lot of people like something, I don't like it. So now you know my train of thought. That's Ruben Reacts for you. And Azakur Moreno. That's not difficult. Why am I having such trouble with that? Azakur Moreno. Azuka Moreno. Because they mixed all the letters like not logical. For me. With Postuero. That's a song that you have to see my reaction. It's in part 1 or part 2 of my videos. I know they're a bit long, but it's worth it. Trust me. That song, I think, would have done much better if they were not already famous and if they would have not already participated in Eurovision with such a famous song. So yeah, that's but the song itself is really good. It's so Spanish and so like the sound that we want from Spain as like people from outside of Spain, and I guess people from Spain too. Yeah, a lot of variation. Benidorm Fest, it's where it's at. I heard also saying that like in the past they had a lot of selection process which were not good, and that they finally found like the good show at the good place. So I think it's going to be at Benidorm every year, which is epic because nice weather, a lot of Dutch people, hey, and yeah, just with everybody loves Benidorm and good weather. And so that's all going to be for me. This video is already long enough. But it's mostly talking anyway, so just giving you guys some information. So what do you think about your top 5? Let me know. Or your top 3, let's say. You can put a top 3 and then put 1 extra if you want. Or make a top 5, whatever you want. So let me know in the comments. And that's all going to be for me. After this, I'm going to make my reaction to Chanel, because I made it in that video, but I did not really let the song play completely. So I found I find she deserves like a better, like a proper reaction, separate, like I did. Yeah, that's what I find she deserves, because she has the best song. Yeah, and because in that video in part 1, I skipped it a bit because I was like, yeah, this song is good, but I was like looking for the bridge, and then I forgot that I had to show the whole song and make like an actual reaction to it. Because when I started recording the video, I did not expect that I would make so many songs. So I was like, you know, not expecting to make such a long video. So that's why Chanel's reaction is not like complete. So I'm gonna make that separate now, because I have a lot of things to say about that song, and I think that that song is really good and has the most potential. So that's my opinion. And yeah, so this song, 10 out of 10, but revamp with a third verse and a different bridge, like a bridge that really stands out. Then they can really like go in the top 5 or even win Eurovision. And then Secreto de Aqua is égalité. It's like, yeah, equal for me. It's equally as good, but it's completely different because this is the Latin sound, and Secreto de Aqua is I forgot the name. Sorry for that. That's like a sound that's very flamenco. Flamenco, right? Yeah, that's called flamenco, right? Yes. Well, That's very famous in Spain. It's a sound of music, like you have this is Latin kind of music, and this is then like, yeah, I think it's flamenco. So that's two different genres. And then Lunaki is rock, which is also a different genre. So yeah, and then Tanxuera is folklore, so it's also a different genre. So yeah, Spain has a good diversity. And then in the other semifinal, we're gonna talk about all the other artists that you see in my other videos, other reaction, which I made part two, which you have. What is that song that's my favorite from Ray, and also the song from I Mama, and you have also that lady that has better songs, but she made a good 80s song, which I kind of like. And you have also Xain that has also like an 80s song, which is a little bit too much copy of like songs that we know already, but it's a nice variation and it's an 80s song, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, and then there were some other songs that I will talk about in my next reaction to the second semifinal. So that's all I have to say about this. I'm actually very excited about this. Wishing you a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to be yourself. Be nice to yourself and each other. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Ciao, because we're going to Italy. Dui dui, because I'm Dutch. Au revoir, because I'm French. And hasta luego, because I'm also Spanish, apparently. I don't know. I'm going to do my heritage DNA test and look what are my origins, because I have no clue. I know I'm Dutch and French, but then after I think I have some other origins in there stuck somewhere. I don't know what. I always found it epic to discover. Like, I remember Wee Blogs, they did one. I remember there were a lot of YouTubers that did this. And it's always like very interesting because you expect something and then you're like, eh? And it's like not what you think. So that's always cool with my heritage. And if they give me the DNA set after watching this video, then I would be even more happy, because I don't know if you have to like pay for it. No, I'm kidding. So, but I would love to sponsor them. So, hey, and it's I have an orange shirt. Their thing is orange, so that's great. We are matching. So, no, but I think I'm going to do that one day, and it's gonna make a nice video. Just like with Spain, like you have a lot of different like kind of languages and dialects and regions. That's how I feel too. I feel like a person that has different, there is there is a French part, there is a Dutch part, there is a kind of like, I don't know, maybe something Irish or something, or I don't know, something like that. And then there is a part of me that's like very mysterious, very Rene Russo. No, that's Jack from Will and Grace. Very dark, very mysterious. No, maybe African. I had a friend of mine. He's from Brazil, and he did like his test, and he had like 1% African. He said, "Hey, I'm from Africa." I was like, "Huh?" He said, "Like, yeah, I am 1% African." Like, oh, that's epic. So that's always funny. Also, those kind of my heritage DNA tests. Yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. I don't know why. It's just the picture of Chanel makes me talk. So, see you guys next video, and wishing you a great day. And that's all gonna be for me. Hasta luego.